Pamela Petty from the St. Ambrose Housing Aid Center. Oh, Miss Pam, you're on mute.
I apologize. So yes, my name is Pamela Petty. I am the Housing Counselor Director at St. Ambrose Housing Aid Center. St. Ambrose has been around for many years. And we started off, of course, with trying to make sure that folks were able to, not only obtain, but sustain housing in those local communities like the Barclay Midway area. We focus on a group of programs, and one would be home ownership, and that's the department I work in. We have workshops monthly. Actually, we have workshops twice a month. Because of COVID, our agency also has moved to, other means of communicating with our families. So we do Zoom sessions. The sessions are still the same time frames of 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. They're still hosted on a Saturday. We also will still connect with individuals for the one-on-one sessions, which is a requirement that you have a total of 8 hours of home buying education. As Karima had mentioned from NHS, most of the incentives that folks want to get into or obtain, you will be required to have home buying counseling. And again, you will need a total of 8 hours. And just like a lot of the agencies, we have the sessions that are trying to be more, we try to put the timing to cater to the families. We know most people work 9 to 5 or, 10 to 6 and things of that nature. So our sessions are during the weekend. But our individual sessions are, again, during the week, but everything is via Zoom. We do telephone counseling too, so you don't have to just, get on the Zoom. Some folks are not comfortable with Zoom at all, and so telephone counseling still works for us. As long as we're able to talk to you and assist you with your budgeting and counseling, we're fine with that. We have foreclosure prevention counseling for families who are in need, with COVID being a big conversation and just global issue for us. We know that folks are going to be needing our services, so we are available for foreclosure prevention counseling. We are offering workshops for information and just to get the process of how this whole foreclosure process works, for one. Two, how you can prevent your house from going into foreclosure, and how we manage our cases. So, once you're in and you complete the group workshop, we will work with you from that point on. We have attorneys on board as well to assist us with our foreclosure workshop and to help us with our clients who are beyond the 90 and 60-day time frame, who need assistance, who may have had issues with connecting or having full conversations with their mortgage servicers, because a lot of times things always tend to go to the left when folks are calling their mortgage servicers, or they don't understand. So we have attorneys involved to help. Our attorneys also are here to do more than just they help with tax sales. Our legal department helps with landlord-tenant disputes, title issues, reverse mortgage issues, wills, as John mentioned that they provide service for. We also do the same thing. But basically, our foreclosure defense is our biggest issue, or should I say our biggest group of people that we see. I'm getting back to my screen. We also have rental. We also offer rental units. We accept vouchers and certificates. So a lot of folks who are the low to moderate income, we may have housing units available. In conjunction with our rental department, or just in rent, we have home sharing, where we allow folks to, or should I say, we're the in-between, we are the mediators of someone who has a home and has extra room and has the ability to share that their house with someone, which then provides affordable housing for the tenant. So that program is available. We, under our home sharing program, we have a unique project, and it's called what is it? Point Youth, where we're basically housing homeless youth, and they call it host home as well. So that's another fascinating program that is really out here trying to provide service for those folks who are, just having a hard time, especially our young folks who are out in the street. They're looking to find housing. So our host home and our youth program has been working well for us, and hopefully that this information gets out, that maybe someone needs somewhere to stay, who's out, who doesn't want to seek housing the normal way. You know what I mean? It may be different for them just going to a rental place, or that their income is not enough. Maybe our youth program may be something that they might have an interest in. I'm trying to think if did I forget anybody? Rental, home sharing, home ownership, and our development department. We have a development group. We receive homes from HUD, and what we're trying to do is salvage some of those homes in those neighborhoods that may have been impacted by foreclosure or predatory lending. But trying to salvage a neighborhood that has been known to have well, I would say a neighborhood that is that has normally been able to sustain and maintain value. And we have a couple houses that may come through that may have foreclosures. So our development department may come in, salvage those through renovation, and put them on the market and have them for sale, which then levels out the value of that neighborhood, or keeps that value at a certain level. Yeah. So were there any questions from?
I do have a couple questions. I was wondering, someone asked if you could speak a little bit about hubs.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I did not mention hubs. I'm sorry. I said, was I forgetting something? I was. So our hubs program would, again, provide upgrades for our seniors or our legacy families who are, find difficulties having the repairs done because of their change in income, or, just some families who have, lost spouses. Their kids are no longer in the house. They've gone through retirement, and their income is not the same. And so it becomes difficult for them to maintain the property. So the HUBS program comes in and provides assistance for that individual as far as repairs. There is an application process that they will go through directly through HUBS, the main number. Once they're contacted, they will provide them with an application to determine whether or not that individual fits the mold as far as the age and the repairs and the income, of course. So once that is done, they will be referred to us based on their zip code. So there are other HUBS programs or entities. However, St. Ambrose, we're in the 21218, and there's another zip code, but I can't think offhand what that is. But if you contact me, I'll be able to find that information for you.
Awesome, thank you. And I think that this question could be answered by several people on the panel. I have a couple of questions. I'll throw them out there, and if you want to answer them, feel free. The questions are, what advice might you have for someone who is unsure if they are ready or not to buy a home? And how should they start thinking about home ownership? And then another different question is, if I'm a renter and I need legal resources like eviction prevention services, where should I start?
Well, I would say, to answer the question about determine whether or not someone's ready, is basically going, contacting us. You don't have to start off with a group workshop and learn all of this bulk of information. You're really just focused on you and what your ability is. So if you're sitting with a counselor, the counselor is going to go over your personal income and help you set a plan, because you might find out today is not going to, this month or next month is not going to be the day that you're going to be starting your process of buying, but it may be your time to plan your purchase, and knowing what your credit is currently, knowing what your finances and how much money you have saved now in place will help you plan out your purchase. So you really need to just kind of sit down and have a discussion. As we get older, we all find out we need to have somebody assist us with our financial, our finances. It doesn't matter what kind of income you have. Someone always needs to be there to assist you, unless you just this financial guru that you know it all, even on the investment side and all those other things. But just the average person, some people get financial planners. The homeownership counseling, it's free. We're not going to charge you anything. We're going to give you the base information and try to help you determine, one, what time is good for you to buy. Two, can you do it? Do you need time to prep? And three, what programs are out there for you? Because there are a lot of incentives. There are a lot of mortgage financing that could be available to you that may be more suitable than just talking to John because Karen referred you. You might just need to know all of the information so you can make a sound decision. And what was the other question? I think that went to John.
Yeah, I was going to say I would let John answer that about eviction prevention services and where to start.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough one, especially now. As we all know, the eviction moratoriums have been around throughout the pandemic it's kind of to me, it's like a Band-Aid on a huge open wound. I mean, they're really kicking the can down the road on this. So we have to kind of wait and see. I would say, Pamela and St. Ambrose does do this work. We do some, if it's contract disputes, things like that. You can try with us. You could try at St. Ambrose. Another one, I think, is probably Public Justice Center.
Yes.
I think Zephyr there, but the PJC is really doing some of the best, eviction work, renters work. So I would really go to PJC as well. But know that this is a moving target, and a city council is working on legislation right now that's trying to help out with eviction prevention. There may be federal money to try to help with eviction prevention, but yeah, I would say PJC, try us, try St. Ambrose. Yeah, hope that's helpful.
Wonderful, thank you so much.
I wanted to add just one additional resource that I've heard about. Some of my parents have had success with BeMoreChildren.com, which is where the city has pooled a lot of their resources. One is for eviction prevention, and then they have other things, other resources available on that site, like if you need assistance with family meals or distant learning. But they definitely had some resources there to point families in the right direction for assistance with eviction prevention.
Wonderful, thank you so much. And I think if I can just jump in real quick, and I'm hearing two themes during today's incredible session. First of all, thank you to all the panelists. The first theme is that there are so many incentives, and I want to mention that Central Baltimore Partnership also has a home buying incentive of up to $10,000 for home buyers who are purchasing in the Central Baltimore geographic footprint that meets certain requirements. And I hope that some of the folks who are joining us today will give us a call to get more details about that program. Just call us if you want to talk to us. We're lonely, we're social people, and we're all working from home. So you can just call us as well. But I think that the other thing is that we can all use a little help from our friends. And I hope that everyone who's watching today is aware that we're all friends here and we're here to help you. And we hope that you'll take advantage of the services that we have. And with that,